Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, September 12th, 2014. In Billerica, Massachusetts, around 7:05 in the morning. Sunny out, going to be a nice day. Highs in 70s. Some news to report. The Boston Red Sox beat the Kansas City Royals by a score of 6-3. And also a very scary scene last night in Miller's Park in Milwaukee, where Marlins outfielder Giancarlo Stanton got hit by a pitch in his face, and he suffered some lacerations, some teeth damage. He was carted off the field on an ambulance. He's going to probably miss the rest of the season. That's going to be a big blow to him for his chances for NL MVP, Most Valuable Player. Hopefully he's going to be okay. And also, it's National Day of Encouragement in the United States, and it's Defenders Day in the state of Maryland. And that's about it on the news. My first subject of the day is about 4 locations that Hooters restaurant should consider doing to bring it to the Merrimack Valley area. Hooters is located, there's a lot of Hooters in Massachusetts. There's 2 of them exactly under this new ownership group that's owned Hooters since 2008. There's one on Route 1 in Saugus, and there's another one in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Plus, they own several of them in the New York State area. But they're talking about expanding more, trying to add more locations in Massachusetts, and there's talk about adding one in the Merrimack Valley. And I have 4 locations in the area where they should consider opening up a Hooters. The first location is Burlington, Massachusetts, especially that Vinebrook Plaza across from the Burlington Mall. There's a lot of vacant area in that plaza, especially where Newberry Comics used to be. Newberry Comics is now in the Burlington Mall, and that would be a perfect location for Hooters, in my opinion. And I give that a shot of like 60% of a Hooters opening up in the Vinebrook Plaza in Burlington, if they decide to go into Burlington. Another area that Hooters restaurant should consider opening up is the old Staples building on Main Street in Wilmington, Massachusetts, where on Route 38, that Staples closed down late last year because Staples is phasing out their stores, and that would be a perfect location for a Hooters restaurant to go in to, right there on the crossroad plazas of Wilmington, and it's right on Route 38. That there's no problem with that. I give that maybe a 50% chance of it going in there. Another location at Hooters should open up at a restaurant in the Merrimack Valley is the Shops of Billerica. The Shops of Billerica have a few vacancies, and they're trying to get anything they can in there. I think the perfect location for Hooters to go into at the Shops of Billerica is in between Big Lots and Planet Fitness in that big area. Another sit-down restaurant in Billerica, especially a chain restaurant, would be perfect for Billerica because there's only 299 sit-down chain restaurants, and the other ones are independently owned restaurants like Garrison's and Stelios and John Ryan's and a few others. And most of the independent ones in Billerica have Keno and the Lottery as well. So, and chain restaurants cannot have a Lottery or the Keno, and I don't know if the Hooters would work in the Shops of Billerica. Maybe I'll give that a 40% chance of it happening, but that would be a big boon to the Shops of Billerica if they could get a sit-down national restaurant like Hooters. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And the 4th location that Hooters should go into in the Merrimack Valley area is Tewksbury. A couple of locations they could put in Tewksbury. In that plaza that used to have Rite Aid and stuff. That could be an area they could put the Hooters in. And also another location that they could put the Hooters in is the old the old Friendlies just closed down a couple of weeks ago, and it's right on Route 38, and it would be perfect if they could have Hooters in Tewksbury. Maybe I give it like a 40 to 45% chance of it happening, and we'll wait and see if Hooters decides to come to the Merrimack Valley area, because it would be perfect, because they need another chain restaurant in this area, more variety and stuff like that. We'll wait and see. I used to be a big Hooters fan. I used to go to the one in the old Hooters of Boston on 222 Friend Street, right near the TD Garden that was in existence from April of 1998 through June 2007. It closed down because the ownership group went bust. It was, sad day. 966 times. I was 34 more visits away for 1,000. And those things happen, and, you gotta deal with it. And, it's been like 7.5 years since I've regularly gone to a Hooters restaurant, meaning weekly. I've been to the one in Saugus a few times, but it's not the same. But if a Hooters in the area open up, would I consider going every single week? Possibility. Well, that's about it on that. I'll be back later on in the day for at least 2 more video blogs. The 2 video blogs that I'm going to talk about later on today is Family Feud, the Richard Dawson area for LF that was shown on ABC from 1976 through 1985. Also the syndicated version he hosted in 1977 through 1985, and his comeback in 1994. And the personality profile tonight is the #1 play-by-play announcer of the NHL on NBC and NBCSN, Mike Embrick. And I'll see you later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.